a month because they're bringing more people in than any other thing I've ever had in the window.
You can buy them, but you can't have them.
I said, okay, but I get to wear them outside right now and walk around on the street and see what people think of my footwear. And she said, okay, I get to hide in the doorway and watch you. So we did this, and I remember walking around on the street, and it was children that said, "Mommy, look at his feet," and she would say, "They thought I was perhaps actually licking the seat." Yeah, I like to say I got them at Macy's on White Flower Day. What Forrest is doing now, glass makes a really good insulator. Wet paints make a good conductor. And we just play with them and see what we come up with. Kind of like slicing stones open. You don't know what you can get until you slice it apart and look. This coil here was used in the movies. You might have seen Barbara Hershey's The Entity, where the guy's getting electrocuted and sparks are coming out of his head. They did that by putting a wig on him with a tinfoil hat, then a wig. Then he stood on top of the coil, which was a set that looked like a living room. And when they turned the coil on, the sparks came out of his head. And the last movie it was used in was Mel Brooks' Frankenstein. For lightning effects. Okay. Keep going there. Good.
What's he putting the paint on? Is that metal?
He's putting it on a piece of glass.
On the French curve.
On a French curve.
And these are made out of wood.
Kind of like a pallet.
So these are plastic, what he's putting on
just a
now,
way to
and
apply
transferring over to the
the
glass. And the glass is gonna go there.
French curves came into the studio a long time ago. They're
And
just a nice shape. They're a natural shape.
Gives it a little bit of shape before it does whatever it wants to do once it's under the electricity. And everybody, this is Forrest Archer, who's the co-creator of these works. He's been working with his father since he was 10 years old, which would make, 37 years of working with Dave hand in hand. And in the future, you'll be coming to the Forrest Archer shows in the future. Dave's not long for the art world. He's gonna retire again in, next couple of years or something. We don't know.
I'll never retire, but
Well, of course.
from the gallery I will. Yeah, it fills my heart with joy. There's nostalgia and a wisp of sadness, but it's all for good and it's all the right thing. Everybody always said to me all through my career, who are you going to teach? Who are you going to turn this? Who's going to get this after you're gone? You can't just let this die. This is such an interesting technique. And so I had one fellow that I thought was going to go all the way, but he decided to work for UPS instead.
Oops.
Oops.
He'd be here right now, but he's delivering packages.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, he's the guy that loads the packages up. He likes the job because he's a cartoonist, and he likes having a steady job, just boom, a job. Stupid job. Then he goes and he cartoons.
Oh, it's not much of a cartoonist. That's an artistry. Artists are supposed to be broke unless they sell something. That's where you guys come in. Without artists, without you guys, there would be no artists.
Yeah.
So thank you. And we got some water mixed in here just to kind of keep things moving and once the electricity hits. And there's other stuff too that of course is top secret. So these guys are in Roseburg, Oregon right now. Dave used to live, in the Bay Area, of course, and he was very popular and, working with Paramount on all the almost all of the Star Trek shows and movies. He had originals in most of them, and in the Next Generation they used it in the filming and all kinds of stuff. So if you recognize this work and you know you've never seen it in a gallery before, that's where you recognize it from. He's even in the newest show called Picard that's on one of the streaming ones, Amazon Prime, I think it is.
I was even, once they used my work to decorate cups for 7-Eleven. There's millions and millions of cups with big gulp.
Yes. It was really the highlight of Dave's career. When, got a royalty check one time. Hold on.
Yeah.
He got a royalty check one time from Paramount, and what's this for? And in the subject line it said 7-Eleven cups. Called and said, what? And yeah, they put a bunch of his stuff on 7-Eleven cups, and it was part of the contract that he, signed, but it was this thick, so, it was a great surprise. But, millions, like I said, millions and millions of them went all over the world, and we've seen them in the past come in and have people wanting to get signed and stuff like that, so it's really special. And any advertisement's good advertisement, right?
Okay, let's do this.
All right, lights?
Lights.
Get out of the way.
Okay.
Like a big birthday
It's like
cake.
smoky.
Lights on, please.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, never mind.
This one,
We're not ready.
Hey Pete, make sure that's recording. That you gotta hit the red button.
Oh no.
Well, there's one more.
And here we go from the beginning.
Fire department's here.
Quick, let's get it done.
Whew.
Yay!
Yay! Is it hot?
Not too hot.
No, not real hot. You would think it would be quite warm, but it's barely